Good afternoon, everyone. Back with another review today, this time of a vendor blend, which is Donuts and Campfire by Sassy Girl Aroma. This was featured in my latest D-Stash haul, and as soon as I smelled it, I knew that this would be the first thing that I was going to melt, because it just smelled so amazing on cold, and that most certainly carried over to warm. So description is glazed donuts, sugar, maple, and cedar wood. When I initially smelled this, I thought that I was getting some sort of smokiness, and I think what made me think that, or why I had that stuck in my brain, was because campfire, donuts and campfire, right? Campfire makes you think of smoke. However, on warm, I quickly realized that there really is not a smoke note in here, just a very clear wood fragrance, and that cedar wood is what I believe I'm picking up on. The donut in here is lovely. So this is not like a cinnamon sugar donuts. That's kind of the most, it seems to be the donut fragrance oil that you see most often. This is not that. This is a different type of donut. It's like a warm, toasty donut, like fresh from the oven. And then there is like the sugar in here. It's like the glaze, like the sugar glaze that they put on Krispy Kreme donuts, you know, and then as the donuts cool, it hardens. That's exactly what this reminds me of. Like a warm donut, a wood note, and then just the right amount of maple. And it's a very fresh, I don't want to use the word herbaceous, but it's really like a fresh tapped maple. The notes in here blended so beautifully together. It reminded me, I mentioned this in the haul, it reminds me of like having breakfast at the diner up north that we always go to, where you're in there and you're smelling those delicious baked goods, and everyone has the scent of wood, or, you know, firewood on their clothes from being outside because everyone's been doing some sort of outdoor activity. Or even just like having donuts at the campsite is, you know, so this just, it evoked almost like nostalgic memories. So I loved it for that reason too, but honestly, this was just, it was perfect for fall. I'm always searching for fall fragrances that are not just pumpkin or apple. I love those. There's nothing wrong with those. But they're so common, and I have so much of that it's really nice to break it up with something that still really evokes fall, but is a little bit different. And that was definitely this fragrance. In terms of performance, also did really well. I broke up the brittle into 2 cube pieces, and I put 2 cubes in each of the 3 warmers in my kitchen. And then I also put this in my bedroom, and I put this in my centerpiece warmer in my bedroom. I plan to do a video on that one of these days, which warmers that I have that perform or that do the best in terms of melting wax and releasing fragrance. And honestly, my centerpiece warmers, they have done really well for me. They do the best when it comes to most vendor wax and most, really, I mean, even like Scentsy or Walmart, you know, the Better Homes and Gardens wax, or Kringle. I don't know what it is about those centerpiece warmers, if it's just like the perfect wattage or what, but they just do so well. So I just reuse the hard plastic melt cups. As soon as the Yankee fragrance that was in the melt cups is done, I dump that out, and then I just reuse it for vendor wax or what have you. So I had actually 4 cubes of this in that warmer in my bedroom. And wow, when I opened the door to the bedroom, it blew me away. And I love that. I want that. If it's a fragrance I like, I want to be blown away. I want there to be no doubt in my mind whether or not I'm smelling that fragrance, what I'm smelling. I love a good, strong throw, and that was exactly what this had. So this was, it just checked all of my boxes in terms of what I was looking for a fall fragrance that was not pumpkin and not apple, including performance. So I highly recommend this. When she opens up again in January, this is most certainly on my list of requests. Now I'm sure she's going to be getting hundreds of thousands of requests because she hasn't been opened since the fire. So I don't know if this will actually make it on the list for that first pre-order, but hopefully I'll be able to obtain it at some point within the next year or so. So that is about it. Thank you very much for watching. And if you've tried this fragrance yourself and you have thoughts, I would love to hear them down below in the comments.